totally random video game reviews. Yeah! What is up, YouTube? This is HammerTime87 once again with another episode of totally random video game reviews. It's been a while, but I'm hoping to pump out some reviews a little bit more regularly. For today, I'm going back to my childhood once again, reviewing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Now, for those that don't know, how this works is that Sonic 3 was in production and they had to cut it short. So they had to stop production right away and release Sonic 3 the way it was. And basically they ended up having to release Sonic and Knuckles later on, which was the conclusion of the game. And let me just show you the cartridges. Sonic 3 cartridge is pretty standard, you know, like any Sega Genesis cartridge. Sonic and Knuckles cartridge is a special one. As you can see, it looks a little weird. It actually has this flap that opens up. You plug the other game into it and you can play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You can play the full game as it was meant to be released. But without further ado, let's get to the review. This is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Both games were released in 1994 for the Sega Genesis. This was supposed to release as one game, but due to cost, they ended up splitting production between Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3. But when you get them both together, you can unlock Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the full game as it was intended to be played. You can choose to play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Sonic and Tails to make your way through the entire game. These two games have some of the best music in the Sonic series. For obvious reasons, I can't play any for you. You can definitely tell this was supposed to be one game. The levels are all very diverse and have a way different feel to them. There are a few new power-ups in this game, including a bubble shield, a fire shield, and an electric shield, which will attract rings like a magnet. There are a couple of different bonus stages where you can get rings or just various power-ups. And then, of course, there's a special stage where you can collect the emeralds, of which there are two types in this game. While you play Sonic 3, you can collect the standard emeralds, and if you collect all of the standard emeralds, then when you get to Sonic and Knuckles, you can collect the super emeralds, which will enable you to become either Super Sonic, Super Knuckles, or Super Tails. These games take a much more non-linear approach to the way you can travel through the levels. Multiple paths. There are different paths for Sonic and Knuckles. There's some things only Knuckles can go through. And there's some areas only Tails can reach because Tails flies. You go through the special stage to get the Chaos Emeralds, and they're on this isometric plane. It's not bad looking, and it definitely pushes the Sega Genesis to its limit. overall, the two games combined, I feel like are definitely the strongest Sonic games in the 16-bit era by far. It's a large game. You can save it. There's a lot of replayability with all the different paths and the fact that you can play with 3 different characters. It's very critically acclaimed, so it's definitely something you want to get your hands on. They're not the cheapest Genesis games right now, but they are reasonably priced. They're not going for like what they were retail. They're going for like maybe $20-$30 a piece if you get them complete in box, less if you get just the carts. But anyways, highly recommended. You can also play this. I know they have Sonic 3 and Knuckles by itself. You can download off of Steam. So hopefully you like this video. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, share. And until next time, peace.